guys? Welcome to Chasing Pelagics, and this is your SoCal fishing forecast for Thursday, August 25th. Quick look at our weather here, a little 10-day. Currently doing this 80 condition here, but as you saw this evening and into the next couple days, we're going to start cooling off here. A little bit into the weekend, we got some cloud cover that's going to be coming in here, and we're going to be firing it back up again come Tuesday with the heater. Getting more into that summertime weather, but we'll see how it goes, man. I didn't think we'd be having June gloom at the end of August, but yeah, here we are with just the weirdest weather pattern and killer fishing. So not much to complain about other than not wearing a whole lot of shorts on the boat, but hey, you'll take what you can get. Quick look at our wind forecast here. This is Thursday we're looking at here. Light winds looking pretty darn nice offshore, and we'll be sliding into Friday with pretty similar conditions as well. It's Friday morning. I think come Friday afternoon we're going to get a little bit more onshore wind here, and this is where that cloud cover is going to come from. Northwest winds again. We've been talking about it all year, annoying as hell, but it looks like they're going to manage to stay right around 15 knots or less. So as long as you're not heading too far west, which I really don't see a reason for you to do that. Looks like we have a little potential for an eddy here into Sunday as well, but you really don't need to be fishing past the backside of San Clemente Island. So we'll see what happens. Things do change. This chart's moved around a whole bunch this week, so we'll see what happens. But for the most part, it remains fishable for sport boats for sure. And private boats, it's probably going to be a little bumpy with that wind swell. Currently, we're showing 2 to 3 feet at 6 seconds on Sunday. I think is where I saw it. Yeah, 6 seconds on Sunday. So this is the bumpy stuff. Saturday, you're probably going to see 2 to 3 in there as well. So we'll see. There's going to be a little soft swell in the water, about 17 seconds. Nothing to worry about. It's just that northwest wind swell has been creeping through the island shadows. If you don't know what I mean, actually, this is not a good chart for island shadows, but this is really showing the south swell here, is what you're seeing. But this is that northwest wind swell that we're talking about. So you get an idea. 17foot.com, 17ft.com. Kind of puts all your weather and your buoys all in the same location. Really helpful to use. So make sure you check that out. Back to tempbreak.com. This is our 8-day chart here. Unfortunately, that cloud cover is just not helping us, but at least we got something to work with. We have a little bit of cooling conditions here on the outside, and you're really starting to see this temp break here between the Osborne and San Clemente Island. So yellow is 70-degree water or 72-degree water. This lighter blue stuff is like 68, 69. So we have a nice little temp break forming here on the 8-day chart. And unfortunately, even when you slide up to, let's say, a 3-day, it goes completely blank. So we're doing the best with what we got. So keep that in mind when we're out here fishing. If you're operating your own boat, you're looking at your temperature gauge, monitoring the water temperature at all times, because when you find that temp break, sometimes it's just a matter of going north or south on it to really look at the stuff that you're looking for. Well, let's talk about fishing. Dorado fishing has been absolutely incredible. We mentioned last week, this is the best Dorado fishing I've ever seen in a really long time. El Nino was great, but I honestly really think this is probably better than 2015 for sure. Just the overall volume of fish is just absolutely incredible. It's been close. Really, just the warmer water is really what you got to find. There's been a lot around the 289 the last few days. There's been a lot inshore, Avalon Bank, 14 mile, 267, 209, especially in this area has been a lot. The half-day boats, three-quarter-day boats out of Long Beach have been fishing this temp break right here as well, and they've been finding them all in this area. Unfortunately, this stuff, guys, is going to be a zoo. If you saw the video I put up on the Instagram with the Freelance and another sport boat that was out there stuck with a bunch of private boats, I would just keep driving. I don't even want to stop. I don't want to mess with that. You're going to have times when these Dorado are going to have lockjaw. You're going to see them. They're not shy fish. They'll swim right up to the boat. They don't care what you got. Sometimes they just don't want it. But a couple of techniques that you can use to help get them to go. Number one, small jigs. really small. Like if you got like some 30-gram Colt snipers or 40-gram Colt snipers, the really small ones, that works really well if you're stopped. If you see them on a patty and they're just not really participating, slow trolling baits, just kind of slow troll on the outside around them, or if you see a school, just kind of keep off them a little bit and just slow troll baits that are individual on the outside. Really, really effective. Try and pick smaller baits. A lot of these Dorado, they're really after the anchovy, the smaller stuff. So try and match the hatch, fish smaller baits, and if you're going to troll something for them, try and use like a really small feather, like a 3-inch. That won't go any bigger than like a 5-inch feather or a skirted lure. They don't want anything big. They got small mouths, and these fish, I mean, although we're getting some pretty good grade size, 10 to 15 pounds, they really don't want anything big whatsoever. So they're not like a tuna. Again, small mouth, small baits tends to be a lot more effective. Worst case, if they don't want to bite, then hop in the water with a spear gun and shoot them. So that always works too. As far as tuna fishing goes, man, we've had just a wild week. Again, I mentioned that we kind of have aquarium fishing right now. A lot of this stuff is mixed in together. Water is not, this is really on the edge of 74, but not really too much more than that. So we're still having a lot of stuff mixed in here. So still seeing a good chance of this stuff being mixed in, whether it be bluefin, yellowfin, Dorado, Kilpatty yellowtail, all kind of mixed in. We're seeing a lot, like I said, a lot more Dorado than yellowtail on the kelps and in between. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your spread and when you're working here. So again, like I mentioned last week, you're not going to be trolling Mad Max at 15 knots and then a 4 or 5 inch feather for a Dorado. Two different things, two different setups. So you could have 6 knots with a spreader bar and then some short feathers close on the shotgun or on the corner, whatever you want to do to mix it up. But slow speed, slow baits. Fast speed is for Mad Max only or the kite at the same time. So don't get it mixed up. San Clemente Island. We've had, again, I mentioned we had this temp break here. A lot of this bluefin that was stuck here last couple of days kind of shifted more towards the northwest corner of the island. And there's been fish just up to right under 300 pounds. So really good size quality fish here in this area. Seems to be this is where the bigger ones are compared to the rest of the areas. Down south seems like it's still the 40 to 80 pound stuff. We've been seeing some of it, the 9 Mile bank mixed in. But really the bigger fish, this is your target zone still. They were a little quiet today. They didn't really show that well. But, every day's a new day. I forget which boat it was. Maybe it was the Intrepid. I had to double check. But they were on a 5-day trip. And they night fished 3 nights in a row, man. Can you believe being on a 5-day trip and night fishing every night? Oh, I'd go crazy. But anyways, they fished nighttime in this area. And they were coming out to Cortez for yellows and going back and forth, back and forth. There has been no bluefin at Tanner Cortez. It's all been, 20, 25 pound yellowtail only. This water temp is still pretty cold. If you want to go back here, you can really check out the buoys on this chart if you want to find the proper buoy. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. That's all that's out there. It's just yellowtail. Completely different year than last year. But these winds, these water temps have not heated up enough for this stuff to slide more west. So it's keeping them closer home. Less gas to burn. So to be honest, be thankful for it. I know we like those summertime bites on the Cortez, but it's a different year this year. So the island, make sure you check the schedule, scisland.org. I'll have you all your schedules for the next month of the activity on the island. There's a link in our YouTube channel here as well on how to understand what you're looking at. Sometimes it can be a little bit confusing, but it appears that the island is very active at least through the end of the month. So there's a good chance the area you want to fish is going to be closed, which means most of the stuff is going to be, with a 6 mile radius of the island that you got to stay off. So don't think that you're going to come fish bluefin during the day and then slide in on when you got some tide and fish yellows. Probably a good chance you're going to get kicked out. So keep that in mind if you're planning coming this far west. It's a lot of gas to burn. Now, we talked about Dorado, inshore, still happening. Dorado, again, 289 area, has been working well. Coming down towards San Diego, we've had still really incredible offshore fishing. I'm just going to draw this this line right here. If you can follow this line right down the canyon, if you don't understand what I'm talking about with the canyon, bottom detail here, you can see what I'm talking about. We got the Coronado Canyon here. Offshore fishing has been absolutely incredible, and it remains to be. Anywhere from the 178 down to the 425. This whole section has been filled with Dorado, bluefin, yellowfin, yellowtail. It's all there, all you want. So it's going to be crowded. I guarantee you it's going to be crowded. It's been crowded all week. There's going to be a lot of boats out there. So spend the time spreading out. This stuff is really easy to see on the surface, but you're not going to see it if you're doing 40 miles an hour in your boat. So recommending kind of get to the zone where you want to start looking, use your gyros, drive 4 or 5 miles, stop, kind of cruise and idle, spend a lot of time looking. Remember, this is like a rule of thumb. Typically on your gyros, your scope of view is only 5 degrees of view. So if you're looking forward, it's only 5 degrees of the 180 degrees in your typical vision. And you got to count the swell. So if you have a south swell that we're going to have here at 17 seconds, you need to look at that 5 degrees of water for a minimum of 17 seconds. I'd probably go 20, maybe more, and then change your field of view from, instead of right there at noon, go to like 12 or 12:30, you know what I'm saying? So you need to spend a lot of time looking at the gyros. The bird's going to be your biggest tell. Those turns, just one little turn picking up the top of the water could be a whole school of wide open Dorado. So make sure you spend some time looking at the water. That's going to be your best tell. I know this one's going to be a little tough this weekend, but that's really going to be what's going to get it done for the most part. Other than that, they'll use those slack tides for most of this offshore stuff when it comes to tuna and whatnot, but Dorado don't really seem to care. And you'll find them in the green water too. So totally epic fishing going on this year. Just added some clear poppers to our tackle store if you want to check them out. These are a 7-inch popper. They're right around 104 grams, so they're definitely on the heavier side, so you can cast them a lot further than the smaller ones. We will have some of the 5-inch ones coming here hopefully next week. Those can be like the standard 54-gram ones that you've been seeing out at all the tackle shops. So we'll make those available to you on our website. We do have, like I said, the 7-inch ones in stock. I got a whole bunch in today, so rigging them up with some 3/0. They're now going to be 5X strong treble hooks. So get out there, enjoy it. I'll be on it 2 days this weekend. Hopefully, we're going to whack them like we usually do. So that's it this week, guys. Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out our website and online store at chasingpelagics.com. And make sure you share the stoke.